Conditions many of us agree to without even reading them. Disney is trying to use them to fend off a wrongful death lawsuit. A man in New York is suing the company after his wife suffered a deadly allergic reaction at a restaurant at Disney World. But Disney, for its part, is saying he cannot sue because he agreed to arbitrate any disputes with the company when he signed up for a free trial of Disney Plus in 2019.
You click the title, you read the page, so I'm gonna just get to the point. Recently, Disney been all over the news, and I was like, yo, what Disney do? I love me some Disney. Now, who bothering Mickey Mouse now? Whole time it's Disney bothering the people. You ain't gonna believe what Disney had the nerve to pull, all right? So shout out to NBC News. They're gonna break this down, and we're gonna talk about it. Subscribe for the vibe.
Well, you know those terms and conditions many of us agree to without even reading them? Disney is trying to use them to fend off a wrongful death lawsuit. A man in New York is suing the company after his wife suffered a deadly allergic reaction at a restaurant at Disney World. But Disney, for its part, is saying he cannot sue because he agreed to arbitrate any disputes with the company when he signed up for a free trial of Disney Plus in 2019. Joining me now is Amy Feldman. She's a lawyer and author. Amy, it's good to see you again. So first off, anyone listening to this might say, what on earth does Disney Plus have to do with this? A restaurant that was at Disney World. And what does it mean exactly to arbitrate a dispute?
Yeah, so that's a very good question, Ziegler. First of all, most people don't know what binding arbitration is or what the problem is when they sign up for those terms and conditions, which, as you said, most people don't even read. Binding arbitration means that if you have a dispute with the other party, you don't get a trial by jury. You don't get to speak before your peers about why they owe you money. Instead, you have to go with a neutral arbitrator, and it's binding. So if you don't like what the arbitrator has to say, you don't have the opportunity to appeal it.
And Amy, we should note that the
Yo, how did Disney even get away with this shit? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. After watching this just makes me want to read every terms and conditions. But that's how they pull a okie doke, because they know damn well anybody in their right mind reading all of that. But thank God for AI, because now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start screenshotting the terms and conditions. I'm like, AI, sum this up. Does anything in these terms and conditions look like it's gonna fuck me over in the future?
Plaintiffs' lawyers say that Disney's claim is, quote, so outrageously unreasonable and unfair as to shock the judicial conscience. Meanwhile, Disney issued a statement saying, quote, we are deeply saddened by the family's loss and understand their grief, given that this restaurant is neither owned nor operated by Disney. We are merely defending ourselves against the plaintiff's attorney's attempt to include us in their law.
Disney said, well, first of all, we don't even own that restaurant. Yo, Disney, man, this is crazy, man. But damn, I just realized the seriousness of the situation, man. Thoughts and prayers to that guy, man. This is so sad.
Lawsuit against the restaurant. It's a lot of back and forth, but Amy, all of us interact with products from big corporations every single day. If we're on our phone, our computer. So if Disney's argument does hold up here, what does it mean for the average consumer?
It means they should be terrified, is what it means, right? Because a reasonable person would not think, because I've signed up for a trial subscription to Disney Plus, that I don't have the right to sue for an injury that happened.
You know what that remind me of? You know how I see the dog. His name is Onyx, by the way, if you're new to the channel. But y'all see how they be like, yo, people will always try to pull a fast one on you. And on top, y'all got hot and forgot what I was going to say, but I was on something. Oh, yeah, you know how they be like, whenever it's free, when something is free, they be like, oh, ain't nothing in America free. And look at that. You thought you was getting a free trial, but look what it came with. Look what they tried to make it come with. Well, no, that's what it came with.
Happens on a Disney property. Think of all of the various multinational corporations that have tons of affiliates. Do you ever think when you sign up for a website for one product, which you haven't read the terms or conditions, that you lose the right to sue any other product that company has anything to do with in perpetuity? It's terrifying. Yeah. And it is, the lawyer is correct that it's a very surprising and, quite frankly, unconscionable view to say you never get the right to.
That's sick and twisted, Disney.
Yeah, I mean, to that end, I want to make sure we hit this. If these terms and conditions are viewed as binding contracts, right, the things that we sign or check every day, can regular people actually try to negotiate and get them changed?
You know, there have been a lot of arguments, sometimes against credit card companies, sometimes against other companies where they said, but I didn't read it, but I didn't understand, but I didn't know. And for the most part, these binding arbitration clauses have been upheld only in cases where within those terms of use, the company has not made it clear. There was a case where the company didn't make it clear or didn't clearly explain what is binding arbitration and what are you giving up that the company lost. But you do need to be very mindful of what else this is going to prevent you from doing. If you see something that says, and its affiliates, you have binding arbitration against this company and its affiliates, figure out who that is and then decide whether you really want to go on this website or if you're concerned about the rights you will lose.
And that's a shame. Like, who wants to live their life like that? Now we got to really be walking on eggshells.
Really good point to end on. Amy Feldman, always appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Now, listen, guys, this happened a month ago, all right? So shout out to NBC News because they did on their website, they have an update as of August 20th, all right? But Disney did, in fact, get it together. So according to NBC News, as of August 20th, Disney dropped the bid to keep the wrongful death lawsuit out of court based on, you know, the whole streaming service sign-up condition, all right? Basically saying that the company strives to put humanity first above all considerations, right? So shout out to Disney for getting it together, even though they kind of messed up in the beginning because that was crazy. Drop that comment, hit that subscribe for the vibe. I'm out.